one, and he has the ball taken absolutely away from him. And big number 77.
Yeah, it was like lightning. And the game was so exciting. And the band started playing. And everybody was swaying. And the coach in the back said everyone attacked, and it turned into a ball game blitz. And the quarterback backed, and then he got sacked, turning into a ball game blitz. Ball game blitz.
There's a pass. It's caught by Noakes over the middle. He's going to go all the way.
A ball game blitz. A ball game blitz. It's ball game blitz. Blitz, blitz, ball game blitz. Blitz, blitz, a ball game blitz. Oh, it's a ball game blitz.
I'm here with Coach Gaddis. Coach, great article in the paper today about your special relationship with Coach Bland from Humboldt.
It's been a long time. 67 when I was a sophomore at Old Jackson High School. In fact, I was just talking to him before we started talking right now. But we've been friends for ever, different kind of relationship, coach-player, but not that old. He's not that much older than I am. And when I got out of school, it just kind of grew from that, and we're just lifelong friends.
Right. Of course, that's not the most important thing tonight. We got to figure out how to beat Humboldt and win this district for Peabody.
Well, I hope we figured out how to do it. Now we just need to do it, and once the kickoff starts, we won't be thinking about any long-term friendships or anything like that. Right. We both want to win this game.
What about the keys for Peabody tonight against a pretty good team from Humboldt?
Well, a very explosive team from Humboldt. We've got to keep McLilley in check. When I say that, I mean he can't rattle off runs of 80, 90, 70, 60 yards like he's accustomed to doing. They've turned the ball over some. We feel like if we can make them drive the ball without big chunks of yardage by McLilley, that maybe they'll turn it over, or they just won't be able to drive it 80 yards on us. But he can definitely run it 80 yards on us anytime. So we've got to tackle McLilley. He's not their team, but he's really a valuable part of their offense, and he's their go-to guy. We've got to keep him from killing us with big plays.
Well, Coach, this is a big step toward the 14A district title tonight, and so let's take it. Roll Tide.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Welcome to Barker Memorial Stadium here at Humboldt, Tennessee for tonight's District 14A matchup between the Peabody Golden Tide and the Humboldt Vikings. And guys, this thing is shaping up. Really, the winner of this game is probably going to be in the playoffs in all likelihood. And if Peabody wins, certainly they'll have the inside track to being district champion.
No doubt the biggest game of the season thus far, and looking for Peabody to come out hitting on all cylinders. The key is going to be that defense, good tackling, good fundamentals, and the offense to just continue to march as they have all year.
Humboldt's primary weapon on offense, I think, is Nick McLilley, and Coach Gaddis told us before the game that we've got to stop him. They're used to having big plays, long runs, 70, 80-yard touchdown runs. But if we can make them stay on the field, they think that we'll be able to either cause a turnover or they'll drop the ball or something. So the key is going to be to make their offense earn every point they get tonight. So we'll be back in a few moments for the start of this game. Thanks for tuning in as you're watching the Ball Game Blitz here on TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Smile, Taylor.
Once again, we welcome you to Barker Memorial Stadium as our captains are getting ready for the coin toss. And the captains tonight representing the Golden Tide, number 71, Noah Allen, and number 10, Najuan Miller, number 67, Hayden Whitby, and number 16, Ty Fields. And guys, they pretty well have been representative of our leadership all year as a pretty strong senior class.
They played a very key role, I think, in Will tonight. And guys, it does seem like tonight is kind of a pinnacle moment for Peabody. I mean, they've had, you know, great offense. They've had good defense at times. And we've been waiting for them to put it all together. Even though last week they put 50 on South Fulton, you still feel like they really didn't play their best ball.
Peabody certainly has not played their best football game yet, and I hope they play it the last game of the year in Cookeville. But a lot of football will be played between now and then. But we certainly think that this team, if they can go on and win tonight, certainly ought to have a chance of finishing the season 7-3, and champions of District 14A most likely would receive a bye the first round of the playoffs, and then I think would be set to make a pretty good run into the playoffs. And Peabody wins the toss, defers to the second half, and Humboldt looks like we'll go on offense first.
The Vikings will receive.
And so both teams are getting set, ready to come onto the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet.
And we're going to be asked to stand for the national anthem. And we'll be back right after this short break.
Hello, this is Ed Norman, broker with LA Realty of Trenton. I want to thank all of you for making LA number one in our community. We aim to take good care of our customers to the best of our ability. We know that's how a successful real estate firm operates in a small town. Please remember us when you need help or just advice about your real estate. Thanks again.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton can help you get to a better state, because she'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it, from cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Amy Greer in Trenton and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
As we've got a great Peabody crowd on hand, looks like we've got more Peabody fans than we do Humboldt fans. And what a great opportunity for these young men to take a great step forward tonight in winning this District 14A title.
Well, the kids look inspired. They look ready to play. And we will see you in just a moment.
Great article this morning in the newspaper of the Jackson Sun. Telling about the relationship, very special relationship between Coach Dan Bland of Humboldt and Joe Gaddis of Peabody. And we know that that's on both of these coaches' mind after the game and before the game, but during the game they want to beat each other, and that's the way it should be.
Well,
Peabody will be kicking off. Excuse me, Joey.
Well, you have to believe if both of these teams play to the best of their ability, it's going to come down to maybe a field goal, something close at the end.
Drew Sanders will be kicking off for the Golden Tide, and it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is to kick away from some of Humboldt's speedsters tonight.
Golden Tide, number 11, Drew Sanders.
And we're set for the kickoff. Tide! Pooch kick to the near sideline is going to be taken right there, and he's going to be dropped by number 89 for the Golden Tide. In his tracks is Jared Penn, a sophomore who's earned a lot of playing time this year, one of the real speedsters, was down there ready to make the tackle. And so Peabody stops Humboldt on this opening kickoff drive, and Humboldt has it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, we may be in Humboldt, but this certainly has a home game feel to it. Great crowd of Peabody fans here tonight.
The feature back for for Humboldt is number 5, Nick McLilley at tailback. They'll be trying to establish him early in all through this game. And so let's see if Peabody can put a stop to him early. Sweep to the wide side of the field, and there goes McLilley. A couple of missed tackles, and he's on the loose already coming down the sideline. Is anybody going to catch him? It looks like to me he's going to go the entire way. Touchdown, Humboldt on the first play of the game.
Well, the bugaboo for Peabody has been the poor tackling, and we see it there again. Running back gets to the outside. Speedy running back, but we just miss him. Had a chance to hold him to a short game, but he goes all the way.
Play looked like it was well blocked, but we certainly had a couple of kids out there ready. Looked like they were in position, but just couldn't make the tackle. And so Humboldt takes the opening drive and scores on the first play from 70 yards out. And the extra point is up, and it is going to be good. And just like that, with 20 seconds into this contest, Peabody is down 7-0 as Humboldt has scored early. We'll be back for this kickoff as Peabody goes on offense. You're watching the ballgame Blitz here on TV 22 and E+6 out of Jackson. We'll be back after this short break.
At Raspberry Tire, we can help you with brakes, transmission flushes, interstate battery replacement, all types of suspension repairs, and alignments. We carry several major oil brands and tire brands, including Firestone and Bridgestone. Our service center can balance both passenger car tires and semi-truck tires, and fill your tires with nitrogen. With 30 years of towing experience, we can haul small, compact cars to semi-trucks, and we are the only wrecker service in Gibson County with heavy-duty towing and recovery services. Come visit us at 2216 Highway 45 Bypass, Trenton. Whitby Family Clinic offers the very best in primary care, specializing in pediatrics, women's health and weight loss, workman's comp, Medicare, and geriatrics. Come experience the affectionate and caring medical service at its best, in a warm, home-like cozy environment with highly trained nurse practitioners, nurses, and support staff. It has been our pleasure to serve patients in the Trenton area for the past 20 years. At Whitby Family Clinic, we know it is important that you have a medical provider you can talk to and trust. We are devoted to quality care for patients of all ages. Whitby Family Clinic, caring for a living.
Peabody's set to receive this kickoff after Humboldt goes 70 yards in one play as Nick McLilley took the sweep going to the right sideline, going down the far sideline and went basically untouched. And now Humboldt is set to kick off. Back deep for Peabody is number 89, Jared Penn. I believe that's who that is. And here's the kick. Another pooch kick over to this side. Let the ball go out of bounds. And we're going to have the ball right at the 32-yard line as Peabody takes over 1st and 10. So both of these coaches have the same strategy on the kickoff, trying to keep it away from both teams' speedsters.
You really have to think that's a good plan, because both teams have some incredibly fast backs who can run it, take it all the way at any time. All looking forward to seeing number 41 for Humboldt. Heard a lot about him. 6'2", 220-pound James Kean.
Spread formation for the Golden Tide. And there's Tavarian Barnett. And breaking through from the linebacker position, making the tackle, was number 42 for Humboldt. Basically come through untouched, and he made the tackle before we ever had an opportunity. That was Cornelius Watson on the tackle. No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Humboldt does have some big boys up front there on their defensive line. It's going to be a challenge for Peabody's offensive line to hold them back.
Braxton Bogus takes the keeper, fakes in motion to Tayshawn or Tay Nesbitt, but he keeps the ball, and he's going to be stopped immediately for a loss of about 1 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 11. And so Humboldt's ready to play defense tonight.
That play had absolutely no chance of working with no blocking up front. Again, it's going to be tough, but we're going to have some blocking on the big guys from Humboldt if anything's going to catch loose or get loose in the backfield for Peabody.
Barnett in the backfield, spread formation, tight end to the right is Ryan White. Bogus out to pass, and he's going to throw it over the head of everybody. And Peabody's receivers down there wanting pass interference, but it didn't look like it to me. And so Peabody will have to punt the football.
Well, maybe their feet got tangled up. I don't think it was anything close to a penalty. Smart play there, rolling the quarterback Bogus out to the left side, not dependent so much on that pass blocking.
Our first quarter tonight is sponsored by LA Realty. Ed Norman is the broker. Be sure to call Ed, as his office is there on the Court Square in Trenton. For all of your real estate needs, call Ed. Pretty good high punt by Sanders. And the ball's going to take a favorable bounce, and it's going to be downed right there at about the 31 or 32-yard line. And offense, and Humboldt will go back on offense.
Really close to a block on the back against our Dre Ballou that time. Referee was there watching, not 5 yards away, but keeps the yellow hanky in his pocket.
First down, Vikings.
So Humboldt takes over 1st and 10. And again, guys, we've got to stop their big plays. Coach Gaddis told us early, if we can make them have a sustained drive, the better our chances will be of being able to get a turnover. Tight end to the right, and running the football there is McLillan. He's going to be hit by number 16, Ty Fields, on the play after a gain of about 5.
Runs right up the middle behind their center, number 57, Grant Britton. Really promising young man, a junior, 6 feet tall, 225 pounds, athletic young man.
2 tight ends for Humboldt, split out to the right. Kind of a split backfield look. McLillan's going to be handed the ball, and he's going to be on the outside, and Peabody comes up and makes the tackle after a gain of about 1 on the play.
Well, Ty Fields is able to come from his linebacker spot, come in and turn the runner inside where there's more help. Good job all year there by Ty Fields, getting the job done, play after play, game after game.
3rd and 2 for Humboldt. 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. Humboldt's leading 7-0 as they scored on the first play of the game from 70 yards out. I formation for Humboldt. 2 tight ends split out to the left. Ball's going to be handed off to McLillan coming wide, and they're going to get him down, but they're going to call a face mask right there on Ray Buchanan, number 27.
Well, that was an easy call to make. Saw that head twist around. Right side of the defensive, Peabody did a good job. Defensive end was able to string him out. Didn't lose contain that time. Ray Buchanan, our linebacker, comes up, and sometimes that hand just you grab him wherever you can, and sometimes you grab him around the head. That time results in a big penalty. 1st down, Humboldt.
So 15-yard personal foul, face mask against Ray Buchanan on the play.
That's 17. That's an 18-yard penalty.
I formation again for Humboldt. Some discrepancy on how much yardage they got on that penalty. Up here in the press box, it looks like they got 17 or 18 yards on a penalty that play. It was more than 15. And McLillan gets the ball again, and he's going to have a pickup of about 3 on the play.
Humboldt really doing a good job blocking our left side, pushing us back on that left side. That left defensive end is going to have to step up and be strong, turn that back inside. We've seen how dangerous that running back can be on the outside.
2nd and 7. split backfield. Quarterback rolls out to pass. Ball's thrown out in the flat to McLilley, and he just dropped the ball. It was a simple throw and catch, and he had an opportunity to make some positive yardage, but he dropped the football.
Well, certainly that would have been a first down. It leaves 3rd and long. One of many, I'm sure, important 3rd downs here for Peabody. Need to stop them here, get the ball back. Peabody has been good about trading punches with offenses.
3rd and 7 for Humboldt. I formation, 2 split outs to the left side of the formation. Ball's going to be handed off to McLilley, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 2 on the play. Should bring up 4th and 5.
Good job by the left side of that Peabody line. Hanging tough, shedding the block, and making the tackle. Brings up 4th down. Anytime Tyler Gadling gets the ball in his hands, you better look out.
Tyler Gadlin is back deep for the Golden Tide. And on the punt for Humboldt is number 11, Daniel Blankenship. High wobbly kick over on the right side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 12, 13-yard line. And he marks it back up, coming close to about the 16. And so Peabody will set it in play, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
Well, as you said, Peabody has done a good job being able to trade scores with teams. Certainly in that first drive for Peabody, not much happened. We're going to have to get some blocking secured and getting a rhythm here for this powerful offense that Peabody has shown all year.
Well, let's get it going. We need our first first down of the game, as our first drive didn't yield a first down.
Well, we've had that big play potential, and that's what we need to see here.
Bogus at quarterback, and in the backfield with him is Tavarian Barnett. Little screen out here thrown to Malik Dokes, and he's going to have positive yards on the play, a pickup of about 8.
You know, what a smart play call there. High percentage pass and catch. Big yard, 2nd down and short.
So just a little throw and catch. More kids we get involved on this offense, I think the more confidence we'll pick up as the game goes along.
Well, we've talked about, our skilled players and our quick kids. If you get the ball in their hands, they usually make defenders miss.
2nd down and a long 2 for the Golden Tide. There's Tavarian Barnett on the loose. He's still going, and Tavarian could go all the way. I don't believe anybody's going to catch him. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, and he's going to go in. Touchdown, Golden Tide!
Well, you talk about the big play potential, and the first name on the list is Tavarian Barnett. We've said before, he's lightning in a bottle. Anytime he gets a step on somebody, he's going to make others miss. And then you're just going to watch the back of his jersey.
And so Peabody scores with 5:53 to go here in the first period. Drew Sanders is on for the extra point, and see if he can tie this ball game up.
Sanders in for the point after.
There's the kick, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And so we didn't get a first down, but we got a State Farm touchdown as this score is 7-7 here with 5:53 to play in the first period. We've got a great one going here at Barker Memorial Stadium in Humboldt. You're watching Golden Tide football on E+6 out of Jackson and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
If you subscribe to the crazy notion that the financial goals of a lifetime deserve more than a 10-minute chat,
if you believe your financial advisor should listen as much as he speaks,
join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference. Join us. At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
So, you're just about to treat your kids to ice cream when you get a Regions mobile banking text alert that your checking account is on empty. Bummer. Then you realize you can transfer funds and cover it before you get mauled by a pack of 5-year-olds. Unbummer. Let's say you're a typical American. You pay your bills, you try to save and manage debt, but now let's say you sat down with a Regions banker to review your savings and debt and rebalance your balance sheet. You'll feel more confident and more balanced. Nice.
So we're back as Peabody has drawn blood here in the first period. It's 7-7, and we've got our own Taylor Spencer to tell us about that drive.
Well, it's a two-play drive, a pass and a run with the Warren Barnett run, 77-yard touchdown run to even the score 7-7.
All right, thank you, Taylor. Drew Sanders is set to kick off, and it'll be interesting to see what he does. Again, he's going to try that high pooch kick coming over to the sideline, and a fair catch has been called for at the 27-yard line. And Coach Gaddis is clapping his hands, saying that's exactly what we want, fellas. And so Humboldt will put it in play, 1st and 10.
You know, that is another unique twist in this Joe Gaddis team here that has developed. It's not been every game, but, you know, he is willing to change, and he's willing to adapt when it's needed. I think that's a smart strategy here on our kickoffs.
Yeah, Joe doesn't wait to halftime to make a change. If he sees something he wants to do, he makes it right on the moment, and that's what we've come to appreciate about him this so far as his tenure here as Peabody's head coach. So it's 1st and 10 for Humboldt. Humboldt has already shown their hand what they want to do. Split backfield, 2 tight ends left and right, and split to the right. Handing the ball off out here to number 23. And there to meet him is Logan Morris, 5'8", 161-pound wide receiver and safety. And more like a monster man tonight, comes up and makes the tackle as number 23, Chris Williams, was carrying the ball for Humboldt.
Logan Morris with a good game last week, and that's what we're going to have a bend but not break defense. Humboldt's going to score some yards. They're going to have some big plays. But we're just going to have to keep them out of that end zone.
Logan's actually playing, I guess, an outside linebacker tonight, as Peabody has 4 down linemen, 5 down linemen. There's McLilly, and he's going to have positive yards on the play. He's going to have a pickup of about 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Ty Fields that time slicing in, but just misses on that tackle.
First down on the play, excuse me.
Ball spotted at the Viking 39.
So Lilly goes for a first down. And so Peabody's got to figure out how to stop these guys. I formation again, wide out left and right for Humboldt. Ball handed off to the fullback right up the middle, and he's going to be hit immediately. And there to make the tackle is big number 67, Hayden Whitby. And also in on the tackle is number 27, Ray Buchanan. 86 is in on the play, Ryan White, as well as number 16, Ty Fields.
Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see some tackling with attitude, and that time just kind of slammed him to the ground. And that's what this is going to have to be about. You're going to have a chip on your shoulder and play some tough defense tonight.
Under 4 minutes to play here in the first period is at 7-7. I formation again for Humboldt. Ball's going to be handed off to number 23, Williams. Chris Williams on the carry, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of about 4.
Number 23, he looked like he was running downhill that time.
He hit the hole pretty good.
By the time he hits that, that 3 yards from the line of scrimmage, he hits the line, he's full speed.
3rd down and 1 for Humboldt. McLilly's back into the contest. You'd have to think they're going to hand him the football. Ball goes to McLilly, and he's going to be hit. That's Grant McEwen finishing him off as it looked like number 86, Ryan White, had him around the legs, but Grant McEwen got a pretty good shot on him and finished him off. But nonetheless, it's going to be a first down for the Vikings.
Already you see the type of offense Humboldt has. They have a kind of power, but also speed. They don't mind running up the middle. Those running backs run hard. Put a lot of confidence in those big guys up front to block for them.
1st and 10 for Humboldt. Williams is hit as soon as he gets the football. Looks like Jordan Johnson was in there. Also number 62 for the Golden Tide. And that's a young man we just called a few minutes ago, Grant McEwen. Grant's just a sophomore, and he's really getting a lot of game time here the last 3 or 4 weeks. Grant's a 5'9", 215-pound nose guard, and he's just a sophomore, and he's going to get better and better.
It's good to see these younger guys get in the game here later in the season. They'll be ready next year.
2nd and 8 for Humboldt. Humboldt's back to pass, and the ball is going to be complete, but it's completed to a man who's standing out of bounds, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, it was a nice catch there with a guy without his helmet on, but
number 31 over there for Humboldt, Marquez Ingram, made a pretty good catch, but he wasn't in the game.
But you know, fellas, I'd like to see some defensive guys holding their hands up as they rush the quarterback. You can have anybody with their hands up trying to block the ball or impede the vision of the quarterback.
3rd and 8 for Humboldt, as these are the type down and distances that we need to be getting Humboldt in. And let's see what the call is as the officials wave the play dead.
The flag on the play.
Flag on the field.
Must have been
illegal procedure. 5-yard penalty against the Vikings, and so that's going to make it 3rd and 13.
Another big 3rd down for Peabody. Able to hold them last series.
The 3rd and 13.
2:06 to play here in the first quarter. And Humboldt's going to call timeout, as this is an important play here in the first quarter. With 2:06 to play, the score is 7-7. Humboldt's called timeout on a 3rd and 13. We'll be back after this short break as you're watching the ball game Blitz, high school television football show from Barker Memorial Stadium here in Humboldt, Tennessee. We'll be back after this short break.
Rocky Top Barbecue, located at 414 East Eaton Street, allows you to eat in, carry out, or call in. Crowd favorites include loaded baked potato or tater, hamburgers and hamburger steaks, barbecue nachos, and of course, pulled pork barbecue. For your next party, get the shoulder pack, 17 to 20 pounds of shoulder, a gallon of baked beans, a quart of slaw, a quart of barbecue sauce, and 2 packs of buns for only $89.99. So come visit or call Rocky Top Barbecue at 855-0122.
Hello, this is Ed Norman, broker with LA Realty of Trenton. I want to thank all of you for making LA number one in our community. We aim to take good care of our customers to the best of our ability. We know that's how a successful real estate firm operates in a small town. Please remember us when you need help or just advice about your real estate. Thanks again.
So coming out of this timeout, it's 3rd and 13. And one of our girls just came into the booth. That's Sarah Shilsey, home from college. Good to see Sarah here. And she's a student at UT Knoxville, and she's made her way home for fall break. Good to see Sarah. She's a great help to us last year in our broadcasts. 3rd and 13. Lily's in motion out here wide. He turns the ball up on a wheel route, and he's wide open. And just an errant throw. Otherwise, he would have walked into the end zone untouched with a good throw, Joey.
Tyler didn't have very good coverage there at all. He kind of looked in the backfield, and number 5 was just waving as he was passing by. If that pass had been there on the mark, it would have been 6 for Humboldt. Got to play tighter man than that.
Wheel route.
Blankenship on the punt for Humboldt. There's a snap and the kick is away. Tyler Gadlin fields the punt, and he's going to be hit and tackled right there at about the 25-yard line, where Peabody will take over 1st and 10. And we'd have a penalty on the field, or a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Illegal procedure against Humboldt. Penalty is declined by Coach Gaddis, and Peabody will take over 1st and 10.
Well, we've seen it all year. Peabody is not much of a long drive team. They more kind of a hit and miss, big play team. And hey, the name of the game is score, however you do it.
Well, it would be nice to reel off about 5 first downs in a row here and have a good long scoring drive, as that's what we're going to need when we get into the playoffs to advance. Barnett on the carry, and there on the tackle is big number 41, Keenan James, 6'2", 220-pound defensive end. And they had him listed in the program as a linebacker, but he had got him at defensive end right now, and he made an awfully good play against one of our stellar football players, Tavarian Barnett.
We were looking for him when he would show up, and it looks like he showed up in a big way that time.
Loss of about 5 brings up 2nd down and 15. Bogus out to pass. Throw and catch out here to Gadlin, and going to be a gain of about 6 on the play, and will make it a little more manageable, bringing up 3rd down and 9.
You know, just Bogus looked so good in Gadlin that time, that pitch and catch. Great, strong throw. Gadlin, as we've talked about, has some great hands. Big pickup there, and didn't look like Humboldt had really a defense for that.
Tight end to the right. Tight end to the left, and Humboldt was drawn offsides by a hard count from Peabody, and so going to get 5 free ones, and that'll make it 3rd down and 4. And so turnabout's fair play, guys. We've done that several times this year, and it's about time we get somebody else on it.
Of course, we can't hear Bogus from up here, but maybe that inflection in his voice, as the season goes on, he's maturing. He's learning some things every week, and drew the defense off that time.
Tavarian Barnett handed the football, and there to meet him in the hole is number 42, middle linebacker for Humboldt, and he has a little extracurricular activity going on after the play, Cornelius Watson, and there's a Peabody player down on the field. Let's see who it is. Who is that for the Golden Tide down there?
Well, no doubt we had some taunting there on the play by Humboldt. Young man getting a little bit too excited. Referee should have come in and at least warned him on it.
Bubba Bailey, number 79, the left tackle for the Golden Tide. And Bubba's done a great job for Peabody all year long, and we hope that this is just kind of a temporary injury, and he'll be able to get back into the football game.
First half of the season didn't really have too many injuries, but this second half we've really suffered some key losses.
Big hand for Bubba Bailey.
And so Bailey makes his way off the field, and Peabody will go into punt formation.
Sanders in the punt. Montague is deep.
Drew Sanders on the punt. Logan Marsh is the up back or the spotlight. Long snapping is Noah Allen. And Peabody's going to let the quarter run out. And so that's going to be an end to the first quarter as Peabody and Humboldt are 7-7 here in this District 14A contest from Barker Memorial Stadium in Humboldt, Tennessee. We've got a good one going, folks. Don't turn the channel. We'll be back after this short break as you're watching Golden Tide football on E+6 out of Jackson, the JEA channel, and TV 22, Trenton's local cable channel.
Okay, I want to invite you to come join us here at Food Right, where we specialize in our meat department, our produce department, our bakery deli department. A few emphasis on the meat department would be where we have signature pork, Food Right signature pork that is, no solution added, cut fresh, hand trimmed, and a product of the USA. Also in our meat department, we are proud to have Black Canyon Angus beef, the best beef there is. Also in our meat department, our chicken is packed fresh, satisfaction guaranteed. We pack it here to the store, nothing comes in pre-packaged. We're very proud of that fact. Our butchers in our meat department have over 75 to 80 years experience by cutting beef. We have ground beef that is ground multiple times every day. In other words, it stays fresh. We can't emphasize that word enough. Fresh all over the store. Come join us at Food Right. Thank you.
Since 1936, Gibson Electric Membership Corporation's purpose has been to serve. We were organized by local people and continue to be operated by board members you elect and employees who live right here in Northwest Tennessee. We are a non-for-profit, member-owned, and democratically controlled co-op. Learn about our many programs and services in our commitment to community at GibsonEMC.com. Gibson Electric, supporting our communities for over 75 years.
Tennessee's utility workers have a dangerous job. They work high above the ground in all types of weather, often near dangerous high voltage lines. They take precautions to keep safe, but one of the most dangerous parts of the job is out of their control. Each year, more than 100 construction workers die because of vehicle crashes. In fact, roadway crashes are the leading cause of occupational fatalities in the United States. Tennessee's Move Over law is already in place to protect emergency and highway construction workers. And starting July 1st, motorists must also move over for utility service vehicles. Moving over helps keep utility workers safe, and in Tennessee, it's the law.